Is this luxury? What about this? Is it a luxury to take a day off? To purchase an antique at auction? To eat sushi? The fact is, we readily dismiss luxury as bling-bling for the rich, an extravagance, and ignore what lies behind it. What is luxury, exactly? By definition, it is anything beyond the essential. In a world without luxury, you couldn't find an elegant watch, a premium wine, a designer sofa, or travel. Imagine a world without legendary watchmakers, sommeliers, world-class companies, or travel agencies. So, luxury makes life more colorful? Exactly. Male birds strut their plumage to express virility. People use luxury goods to stand out. They use brands and products to demonstrate taste, style, wealth, and success. Then, a display of luxury is a means of communication, sure, but that's not all. It can also mean deliberately foregoing communication. In that case, the experience has priority. Or it depends on the savoir-faire of the person who sewed the dress. Okay, indulging in luxury signals extraordinary achievements? Yes, that and even more. It also acknowledges that the fabrication of luxury products requires skills that have painstakingly evolved over centuries in some cases. Luxury brands are justifiably proud of their rich histories, and they are like specific luxury goods. They are handed down, treasured over generations. That is why luxury also symbolizes unique traditions. Luxury is culture. And, of course, it is expensive. So luxury represents a lot of things to people, but it is not superfluous. The luxury goods industry not only helps define culture and aesthetics, but is also an important economic engine. In Switzerland, luxury goods account for 1/10 of all exports, and Western Europe is the world's largest producer of luxury goods. On the buy side, the US is the biggest market, partly because many Asians buy there as well. Meanwhile, in addition to providing raw materials, South America and Africa have a growing impact on the design of clothes, furniture, and art objects. Luxury goods dealers look for the world's best products to sell them to the richest people at premium prices. Is that ethically acceptable? Not if raw materials are extracted under inhumane conditions, or if animals are abused and resources wasted. But the flip side of that coin is acceptable, even desirable. Luxury is ethical if workers are trained for special manufacturing processes, and if all links of the value chain get a fair wage thanks to high margins. That model supports manufacturing in Europe too. Still, suppliers of luxury goods face 3 specific challenges. Challenge number 1, the brands are often interchangeable from the consumer's perspective. Even experts are unable to identify the brands of clothes and watches featured in a lifestyle magazine. So how can luxury brands differentiate themselves? At HSG's Competence Center for Luxury Management, we have identified the best course to differentiation is creating unique brand experiences. These could be memorable encounters with sales staff, visiting a brand event, or discovering an immersive online presentation. With any measure, the key to success is its alignment with the brand's core promise. The Ritz-Carlton, for example, stands out over the decades through its treatment of staff. Ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. That is the attitude employees are asked to adopt when interacting with guests. The staff feels highly valued, while the luxury consumers experience excellent service on equal footing. Challenge number 2. Luxury brands are often less market-oriented. They define themselves through their legacies and traditions of excellence and give less weight to customers' views. There is a specific logic to this self-referential approach. After all, market-oriented luxury loses its distinction by appealing to the many. Performance-oriented luxury brands risk starting a contest with themselves to maintain their positioning. This navel-gazing is risky. Companies that define themselves mainly through their existing resources may miss the turn of changing customer behavior. Thus, the question is, how can luxury companies strike a balance between self-referentiality and customer focus? Our findings tell us by positioning their brand in different segments. For decades, the British luxury fashion house Burberry maximized its profit purposelessly and aimlessly by licensing its brand name and damaged a great brand story. Only when it started to refocus on customer requirements and concentrate on its core products did it once again stand out from its competitors. Challenge number 3. Luxury brands cannot grow. Luxury products are luxury products mostly because they are rare. If luxury brands grow, they undermine their exclusivity and thus the basis for their profitability. And that raises a question. What kind of growth is compatible with luxury? There are different paths to growth. For some, it can mean complementing their product portfolio by adding services. Others grow by further refining their products. Still others achieve growth with an international distribution system. You recognize the VW Beetle, and you know about Rolex watches. One is a classic example for mass production. The other, a classic example of a luxury product. In an 80-year period, Volkswagen rolled 21.5 million VW Beetles off the assembly line. Guess how many Rolex watches were produced in those same decades? More than 23 million. Still, a Rolex is considered a luxury good, thanks to a sophisticated international distribution system. Luxury can come across as superficial, but a closer look reveals its significance. Tradition, craftsmanship, and culture are an important part of a picture, not to mention thousands of jobs. Plus, it helps define open and free societies, where individuals can decide how they want to fulfill themselves, as a luxury yacht's designer or as the owner.